In the description box below, there is a link to a video on my personal YouTube channel, which will let you know what I'm currently going through and why the Raw review is late as it is. But anyway, people, let's go into the Raw review so I can share you what I thought of it, as well as you sharing your thoughts in the comment section below. All but one competitor for the Money in the Bank All-Stars match kicked off Monday Night Raw. Daniel Bryan in a new shirt, Sheamus, Randy Orton, who's not held the championship for 2 years. I wonder why. Kane comes out trying to cut a monster promo when we all know, my good friend, you're just not a monster anymore. Christian, who comes out calling himself the best, which brings out CM Punk, who says, Christian, I respect you, but you're not the best. I'm the best in the world. And this promo opener ends with Daniel Bryan and Kane arguing, only for Orton to get involved, and he ends up RKOing Kane. And he's watching everyone else like a snake. And they all leave the ring. The sad thing about this is that only some of these wrestlers tonight were put in a match against an opponent who's in the Money in the Bank match. That's what I was hoping to outcome from the opener, that match would be set up for Money in the Bank wrestlers to compete against each other. But I guess they're saving that for next week. Either way, that's the opener. The first rematch of the night is The Shield defeating Christian and the Usos. Because on SmackDown, Christian managed to pick up a win over The Shield. And this match ends with Christian going to the top rope, only for Rollins to push him down into Ambrose, and Ambrose picks up the win. Okay, I think this match was more focusing on the individual feuds we could be getting. Christian, Ambrose, and the tag team, Usos versus The Shield. Not a brilliant, spectacular match, but it accomplished stuff ready for Money in the Bank. On Raw, Dolph Ziggler's opponent was Jinder Mahal. Great, the show-off ended up beating Jinder Mahal, then taking out the rest of 3MB. Following Kane losing to Randy Orton on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan wants to make it up to Kane by getting involved in that match, and he convinces Vicky to give Kane a rematch on Raw. But the difference is, Daniel Bryan will be the special guest referee, and oh boy, weren't he a good referee. First he DQs Randy Orton, giving Kane the win, but Kane was having none of that. No, he was not. Then Daniel Bryan gives Orton a bass count, giving Kane the win there. This frustrates Kane, but instead of chokeslamming Daniel Bryan, like he should have done to tease more of a breakup or more of a build-up towards Money in the Bank, he ends up leaving the ring just so Randy Orton can hit that RKO out of nowhere. Okay, this match was more, falling on stuff on Money in the Bank. It accomplished that, but I think it's more focusing on the Daniel Bryan and Orton thing, because I still see a feud being there, even though the plan seems to be moving Daniel Bryan through Money in the Bank to get to John Cena at a later date. Dun, 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 dun. No, NJ, you just failed Fandango's theme song. But I said his name wrong as well. It's Fan. Go. And his opponent for Raw was... No, NJ, remember last time? Sheamus. And this match, after an okay match where Fandango showed some wrestling ability, he ends up walking out the ring and Sheamus wins by count out. Welcome back, Fandango. And the next match between The Miz, who is awesome, but not really in the right place in his career right now. And in the other corner is a guy who I've not been behind, and it looks like the direction he's going in, I'm not going to be getting behind him anytime soon. And that's Ryback. Ryback rules! And this match ends with Ryback, the newfound heel, just saying that he cannot go on with the match, and the Miz ends up winning by forfeit. Okay, Ryback, maybe you were injured in that match, or maybe it was just to save yourself up for the guy who gave you a code breaker after your match. Chris Jericho, who played quite a good commentator during the match. Okay, but this match happening at Money in the Bank between Jericho and Ryback, I really couldn't care. I don't need Paul Heyman's best judgment Curtis Axel in my match against the primetime players. I could have defeated them on my own. And you could have seen that, felt that during the match. Curtis Axel, he got the win via CM Punk's go to sleep. So it wasn't really Curtis Axel looking like the dominant heel, the dominant guy going forward in his career. It was more about the tension between CM Punk and Paul Heyman, ready for the feud against Lesnar later on. Okay, it was an okay way of hyping up this tension, but what is Curtis Axel really doing right now? Even though I'm happy that Caitlyn, our number one contender, got a win ready for her match against AJ at Money in the Bank, I would have possibly done a mixed tag. So you have AJ and Langston versus Caitlyn and a partner of her choosing. Possibly got a feud for Langston, and you have got AJ to wrestle and to be having some kind of connection or fight with Caitlyn within a match instead of backstage. But we got a promo from AJ, which is something she seems to enjoy cutting instead of, like I suggested, possibly a in-ring match involving Caitlyn. And she goes off showing photoshopped pictures of Caitlyn looking bigger than she is, making jokes about her, and promising when it comes to Money in the Bank, she will retain her championship. And we had a backstage segment between the Bellas and Joe and Eva Maria, the new girls from Total Divas. Yep, I'm that interested. I paid so much attention to this. You people make me sick. But I will tell you this once. You're either with me, Sam Coulter, with the dead rat on my face, Swagger, the guy who does drugs to mess up his career, and Antonio Cesaro, who's done nothing since he joined the WWE. You're either with us or against us. Weed the people. Say it. Weed the people. Oh, and before I forget, one SmackDown Money in the Bank competitor, Antonio Cesaro, defeats the guy we're all waiting to start to look good, win matches, and build himself up, especially when he's another competitor for the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Cody Rhodes ends up losing. As great as it was to see ex-WWE champions such as Buddy Rogers, Bruno, Bob Backlund, Hogan, Austin, Triple H, and ex-World Heavyweight champions such as Lothair, Hardy Race, Dusty, Flair, Sting, and Booker T, who I would have replaced with Edge, but WWE, you know better. Even though it's good to see them, it showed us how great things used to be compared to what we have now. John Cena, who's always expected to get the championship in the end, and Del Rio, who could eventually become that way. But the match, there really wasn't much to it. It wasn't the best champion versus champion match. We have Mark Henry coming out to distract Cena, only for Del Rio to get the 2 count. Ziggler to come out to distract Del Rio for John Cena to get the 3 count. Surprise, surprise, John Cena picks up the win. Shocker. That's meant to be an alarm. Yes, and that was pretty much it. And John Cena is left in the ring with Mark Henry. And John Cena shows temporary fear as he backs away from forward Mark Henry. Mark Henry leaves the ring after throwing the WWE Championship down on the ground. An okay way to finish. Not a great match, but it does show us the possible main event for Money in the Bank. But that did not finish the show, because after the commentators announced, we got to see one of the Bray Wyatt video packages one more time at the end of the show. And the Bray Wyatt family, I'm hugely looking forward to debuting. And well, here's the surprise for you, or unless you watched Raw, then it's not a surprise. They're meant to be making an appearance next week on Raw. This is going to be something good, something to look forward to. I'm just wondering what their input to next week's going to be. A match, a promo, an attack, who knows? But come on, WWE, you got something good here, something the fans are all waiting to see, wondering what is yet to come. Just bring and show it to us. You use that as your finish to Raw, though, overpowering John Cena and Mark Henry's finish. This better be good. Talking about next week, Vicky Guerrero is getting her job evaluated by either Stephanie or the McMahon family. This could either mean Vicky's going to be our permanent GM of Raw. Excuse me! Or Brad Maddox could become the GM, or someone completely different, a McMahon. That's something to look forward to, but who knows? And by the way, check out SmackDown Review this Friday, because CM Punk is meant to be making an appearance on SmackDown. People, share your thoughts, and from me, NJ, I apologise for the late review. Check the links in the description box below. Until next time, YouTubers.